Hi, in this final video on negative indices, we're going to solve an equation that's going to involve negative indices. So let's kind of simplify this equation that we've got here first. Firstly, note that when we have a power raised to another power, we multiply the indices together, don't we? So we do minus 2 times by the 2, which is negative 4. So we've therefore got x to the power of negative 4. And then when you've got a decimal like this, it might help to rewrite it as a fraction. So let's see, this is the tens thousandths digit. So we're going to write this as 625 over 10,000, like that. And now I would simplify this fraction first because it might make our lives easier. I'm going to divide top and bottom by 5 first. So that gives you 125. And 10,000 divided by 5 is 2,000. Now we can divide by 5 again, which gives you 25 over, and 2,000 divided by 5 is 400. And then we could divide by 5 again. So that gives you 5 over 80. And then we can divide by 5 once again to give you 1 over 16. So therefore, this decimal here is just a 16th. Right, so we've got x to the minus 4 is equal to 16th. Now, what does x to the minus 4 actually mean? Now, remember from previous videos, this just means you have 1 over the reciprocal of x to the power of 4. So you have the same power, but instead of negative 4 as the index, you have positive 4 instead. And we said that this was equal to 1 over 16, this value here. So we've got 1 over x to the 4 is equal to 1 over 16. Now, these ones already match. So we can equate these denominators. X to the 4 is going to be equal to 16. Another way of looking at it is that we're reciprocating both sides of the equation. By reciprocate, it means you can flip the fraction. You're doing 1 divided by it, which flips the fraction upside down. So if you flip that fraction, you get x to the 4 over 1, which is just x to the 4. And if you flip that fraction, you get 16 over 1, which is just 16, which is exactly what I've got on that next line. And then what we need to do is we need to do the 4th root of each side. Because we've got that power of 4 there, we need to do the 4th root of each side to cancel out that power of 4. Now, if you do the 4th root of x to the 4, it just cancels out the power of 4, so you just get x. And then if you do the 4th root of 16, what to the power of 4 is equal to 16? Well, it's 2. Well, that's one of the values. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. But it could actually also be negative 2, because negative 2 to the power of 4 is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. You've got negative times negative times negative times negative, which will be positive 16. So it could be 2 or negative 2. In general, whenever you have an even index like that, so x to the power of 4 or x to the power of 2 or x to the power of 6, the result is always going to be this value or negative that. Another way of writing that is you could say that x is plus or minus 2. So that's a special symbol that just means it could be 2 or negative 2. And that is the final answer.